She lived in the shadows, hidden, struggling, just trying to survive. But what she didn't know was that something far more dangerous lurked nearby. A monster, 13 feet of prehistoric power, waiting beneath the surface. And one fateful night, it found her. This isn't the plot of a horror movie. This is the true story of Sabrina Peckham, a woman whose life ended in the jaws of one of Florida's most dangerous predators. How did she end up in its path? What led to this rare and terrifying encounter? And what lessons can we learn from the wilderness creeping ever closer to human lives? This is the story of a life lost, a family shattered, and a deadly reminder that in Florida, danger is never far away. Stay with us as we uncover the chilling truth, retrace Sabrina's final steps, and explore the deadly force hiding in plain sight. This is a story you won't forget. Welcome to Savage Tales, Animal Encounters, the channel where we dive headfirst into the world's wildest, most thrilling, and sometimes tragic confrontations between humans and the untamed forces of nature. Whether it's terrifying predator attacks, remarkable survival stories, or encounters that leave us in awe of the natural world, we're here to bring you closer to the wild, one jaw-dropping tale at a time. In today's story, we're unraveling a chilling and tragic encounter. How a woman seeking shelter by the creek crossed paths with one of Florida's largest and deadliest predators. Sabrina Peckham was no stranger to struggle. But what happened on the night of September 22nd is the kind of horror no one could prepare for. And the terrifying truth, it could happen to anyone living at the edge of the wild. If you love edge-of-your-seat stories like this, you're in the right place. This channel is built for thrill seekers, wildlife lovers, and curious minds fascinated by the delicate and sometimes deadly relationship between people and animals. From deadly alligator attacks to heroic animal rescues, Savage Tales takes you where few dare to go. Before we dive deep into today's story, we need you to help us grow this amazing community of wildlife enthusiasts. If you're ready for more wild adventures, make sure to hit that like button to show your support. Share this video with fellow thrill seekers. Spread the word about these incredible tales. Comment below to let us know your thoughts. Do you think gator attacks are becoming more common? What would you do if you came face to face with a predator like this? Subscribe to join the Savage Tales family, where every click brings you closer to the wild. Ring the notifications bell so you never miss an upload. We have more jaw-dropping encounters coming your way. All right, are you ready to step into the swamp and uncover the chilling truth behind one of Florida's rarest, deadliest gator attacks? Stick with us as we bring you this haunting story, only here on Savage Tales, Animal Encounters, where nature's wildest stories come to life. Sabrina Peckham's life was a constant struggle, a story marked by hardship, survival, and moments of fleeting hope. At 41, Sabrina had found herself on the margins of society. After battling personal challenges, she was living a transient lifestyle, staying in makeshift camps tucked deep into the Florida wilderness, away from judgment, but also away from safety. By September of 2023, Sabrina had settled near McKay Creek, a waterway running between Taylor Lake and Ridgecrest Park in Largo, Florida. It wasn't much, but it was a place where she could rest her head without fear of being forced out or arrested. Unfortunately, Sabrina knew she wasn't alone out here. Weeks before the attack, she told her daughter, Brianna Doris, about a big gator she had seen lurking near the canal. But with nowhere else to go, the creekside campsite was her only option. Sabrina had always tried to survive the only way she knew how, navigating the challenges of homelessness while hoping for a better tomorrow. Her daughter Brianna remembers those conversations. They spoke about how dangerous the area was, but for Sabrina it was either stay by the water or face the uncertainty of the streets. The weight of her situation was heavy, but she pressed on, doing her best to live one day at a time. It wasn't just Sabrina who knew the area was risky. Rangers had reported seeing massive alligators, creatures longer than 13 feet, patrolling the very canal Sabrina was calling home. These apex predators, ancient as dinosaurs, lurked silently beneath the water's surface, waiting for their next meal, often unseen until it was too late. McKay Creek was part of a larger system of waterways connecting two gator-filled lakes, Taylor Lake to the north and Ridgecrest Lake to the south. And with Taylor Lake recently drained for maintenance, many of its displaced predators had taken refuge in the canal system. Local residents were uneasy, and those familiar with the area knew that it was only a matter of time before something went wrong. Experts warn that alligators are most active between dusk and dawn. Under cover of darkness, they hunt with stealth, using their powerful jaws to ambush prey before dragging it into the water. And Sabrina? She was just 35 feet from the canal, close enough for danger to strike without warning. Nobody knows exactly what drew Sabrina close to the water that night. Was she out gathering food or water? Did she step too close while exploring her surroundings? Or was she simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? What we do know is that gators are opportunistic hunters, and if one was watching, waiting for the right moment, Sabrina wouldn't have stood a chance. Sabrina wasn't aware that in the stillness of the night, a predator was silently stalking. With jaws that could snap bone in an instant and sharp teeth designed to hold on tight, the creature that found her was no ordinary gator. It was a 13-foot 9-inch monster, one of the largest ever recorded in the area. She had no warning, no chance to call for help, and no way to fight back. What happened next would horrify even the most seasoned wildlife experts and leave an entire community in shock. A single encounter, just a few seconds, would turn an already hard life into an unimaginable tragedy. Though Sabrina Peckham's last days were marked by quiet isolation, the peace she found by McKay Creek was only temporary. As the sun dipped below the horizon on September 22, 2023, what began as an ordinary evening on the water's edge would spiral into a brutal encounter that few could imagine, and even fewer would survive. In the stillness of twilight, the creek became a hunting ground. Sabrina's camp was only a few steps away from the water, dangerously close to the territory of a predator that ruled these canals. Alligators are silent ambushers, perfectly evolved to move with precision, speed, and deadly force. On this night, one of the largest alligators ever documented in Pinellas County, a hulking 13-foot 9-inch beast, was on the prowl. Maybe Sabrina was gathering supplies, maybe she knelt by the water for a moment too long, or maybe she didn't even notice the enormous predator lurking just a few feet away. Whatever the reason, the attack happened in the blink of an eye, swift, brutal, and utterly merciless. The gator launched out of the water like a coiled spring, closing the gap between predator and prey with terrifying precision. Sabrina didn't stand a chance. One moment she was there, alone by the creek, and in the next, she was pulled into the black waters, locked in the crushing grip of jaws capable of generating over 2,000 pounds of force per square inch. Alligators don't kill with a clean bite, they drown their prey. Once the gator latched on, it performed a vicious death roll, a twisting, thrashing maneuver designed to disorient and dismember its victim. Sabrina's body was whipped through the water as the predator spun relentlessly, shattering bones and tearing flesh. The medical examiner would later confirm that she sustained devastating injuries, blunt trauma from the immense force of the gator's bite, and sharp force injuries caused by its rows of jagged teeth. As Sabrina struggled for air, the water around her darkened. Every frantic movement, every attempt to resist only triggered the gator's instincts further, fueling its frenzy. In those horrifying moments, Sabrina was utterly alone, without anyone nearby to help and without a weapon to fight back. Trapped in the gator's crushing jaws, she was dragged deeper into the creek's muddy depths, lost to the stillness of the swamp. By the time the gator retreated into the water with its prize, it was over. The entire encounter may have lasted less than a minute, just a brief moment in time. But for Sabrina, it was an eternity. Her life was snuffed out in the jaws of a predator older than time itself, her final moments filled with pain and terror, alone in the silent wilderness. Soon after, Jamarcus Bullard, a passerby, spotted the nightmare unfolding in front of him. What he saw that day would haunt him forever. The massive gator swimming slowly down the canal, Sabrina's lifeless body clenched tightly in its jaws. It was a scene straight out of a horror film, an encounter with a true monster. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was like a real-life monster. I ran to get help, but I knew it was too late. When authorities arrived, The massive gator refused to let go of Sabrina's remains. Deputies had no choice but to put the animal down. 2 gunshots echoed across the water, and only then was it safe for the dive team to recover what was left of Sabrina from the murky canal. The necropsy confirmed what everyone feared. Inside the stomach of the enormous reptile, they found parts of Sabrina's body. It was a brutal, tragic end to a life already filled with hardship, and it was only the 3rd recorded fatal alligator attack in Pinellas County's history. Sabrina Peckham's death is a stark reminder that nature, though beautiful, is unforgiving. Florida's wilderness is home to predators that have perfected the art of survival for millions of years, and sometimes even the smallest mistake, like stepping too close to the water, can be fatal. Thank you for joining us on this intense journey into the wild. We hope you found Sabrina Peckham's story both captivating and enlightening. Remember, nature can be both beautiful and dangerous, so always stay aware of your surroundings. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We love hearing from you, so drop a comment below with your thoughts or experiences in the wild. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest adventures. Join us next time on Savage Tales, Animal Encounters, where we delve deeper into the wild world of nature and the extraordinary tales it has to offer. Until then, stay curious and stay safe out there. This is Savage Tales, Animal Encounters, where every story is a wild adventure.